Everybody. Hihane Wash Day. It's good to be with you this morning. Welcome to a beautiful All Hallows, Halloween, Samhain. It's a beautiful day. Actually, here in the Enchanted Forest, believe it or not, it's snowing. It's snowing today, of all things. And that wasn't exactly what I was expecting for Halloween. But you know what? When the Thunder Nation speaks, it speaks. And sometimes it speaks through snow, sometimes it speaks through rain, sometimes it speaks through thunder and lightning. But we know when it speaks, it has a lot to say and a lot to share. And so this morning, as I was watching Connie, not only was I watching her and listening to her, I was also paying attention to the direction that the snow was coming from, the way in which it was falling, and the gentleness with which it's falling this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see, because we still have the autumn leaves on the tree and snow gently coming down. Good morning, Angie. It's good to see you there. Angie, if you would do me a favor and like and share this show. Cindy Lynn, good morning, Cindy Lynn. Welcome to Scorpio, right? Good morning, CJ. Yes, it's a beautiful day. This evening, Carla Jo will be on with Neshi Lokatz to talk about Samhain, to talk about this time of the year when the veil is so extremely and extraordinarily thin. Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you all here. I'm going to quickly share this, and there we go, so we can get going. Give everybody just a moment to saddle up and join me. Last week at this time, I was with Amantha Murphy here at Star Nations Academy East. And it was an extraordinary week of learning of ancient Irish shamanism and really a lot of introspection, a whole lot of introspection, taking a really good deep look at things. And we're going to touch on that a little bit today. Oh, it's so good to see you all here. I missed you all on Tuesday. And it's good to be back in the saddle and to be with each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for going with the flow. This morning was Connie Vatter's very first Be Live TV show, Spiritual Mysteries of Life. And so sometimes it takes a couple of extra minutes, to get situated and get ready and prepared, and that's okay. I remember one time listening to the chief of the Northern Cheyenne, Philip Whiteman. He was talking about how uptight people can become about being on time. Be on time. And people freak out. And, there is something about social etiquette, of course. But the onus of his talk that day was about why is it so important to be right on time rather than to be in time. He felt that it was more important, or he feels that it's more important for us to be in time. And I like that. So this morning we are in time. We're in time. So Connie, thank you for a beautiful show. Thank you all for being in time with Connie and I, allowing it to flow, the newness to flow. And thank you for being here. Hey, Nellie, good morning. Sonia is saying it's a rough go here, but this too shall pass. Well, maybe this morning what we can do is do a little bit of work on all of that. So as we are all gathering into the mystic's heart, the sacred space of the mystic's heart, your mystic's heart, because we all have one of those. That is that portion of us that wants to be with and wants to experience and commune with creation and creator, and to understand creator and creation, including ourselves, and what it is that goes on in the interior castle, our soul, in all of our bodies, right? It's very important to take time to do that. So this morning, I'm going to ask you all, wherever you happen to be, to just take a great big deep breath. Join me in a great big deep breath in through your nose and exhaling out through your body. your whole body, not just your mouth, your body. Deep breath in, down to the tips of your toes and beyond. And exhale fully. Feels good, doesn't it? A great big deep breath into your heart center. And exhale fully. Another great big deep breath up to the crown of your head, your halo, and beyond. And exhale fully. And perhaps throughout the course of our show this morning, our sacred space together, you can remember to breathe. And to relax, at least for this hour with the Mystic's Heart. I'd like to take a moment to thank you all of you that have ordered a copy of my new book, Prayers and Incantations to the Light, Blessings from the Mother. The hard copy, it's absolutely exquisite. David Fix has done an extraordinary job. So this week is actually last night at around midnight or so was the time of the final tweaks and having the color on the interior of the color version just so. David is very conscientious that everything is done beautifully. Good morning, Bobcat. So here's a lovely photo of a Lakota star quilt. That. What you can't see is my niece Jan and my niece Marcia standing behind it. And beautiful photos from travels included in the book. And of course, the prayers and incantations. But there are lots. Here's one of my favorite travel photos from Kaduval Temple on the island of Kauai. Here is the Satguru of the temple. Okay. So the book, the hardcover and the soft cover, the hardcover is in color, and it will go into live print very, very shortly in the next 2 weeks, and final touches on the black and white. So all of you that have already ordered your signed copy will have your copy, either hard copy or soft copy, by the end of the year. And so I'd like to thank you for your support of my work, for your support of my show. Right? And let's begin this morning with some thought about the third eye, because today many people celebrate Samhain, others celebrate Halloween, but in any event, whatever it is that you celebrate, this is the time of the year when the veil is very, very thin between the physical and the non-physical world, which is why we do celebrate the Day of the Dead, All Hallows, All Saints, because it's a time to communicate and commune with spirit, to be with spirit, to honor those that have gone on, walked on, and those that exist in the non-physical world, the angelics, right? The nature spirits. I happen to believe that all of creation is alive with the breath of Creator. I believe that everything is alive. Every single snowflake that is gently falling outside of my window right now, I happen to believe is alive with the essence of the Creator. Everything is alive. The seer sees that. Some people are just now learning how to see. And this particular piece from Prayers and Incantations to the Light, Blessings from the Mother, is called An Open Third Eye. So I'm going to invite you all just to pay attention perhaps to the words that I'm reading and how they feel within your body. Pay attention to how the words affect your physical body, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual body. An open third eye. All-seeing love of the universe, thank you for helping me to see my life, my experiences, my spirit, my soul, your angels, the ancients, and their timeless wisdom through your eyes, the eyes of unconditional love, that see within, without, and beyond the veil, that allow me to see all of the infinite expressions and experiences of you, which are me. Through you, I see all things clearly through the eyes of love. And so it is. Blessings be. And so it is. Just acknowledging that we have that third eye, asking Creator to help gently open it so that we see as Creator sees. Everything is Creator. How does each and every one of us see? How does that snowflake look at my house as it's gently falling past my home? How do the trees see the snowflakes? How do they perceive the snowflakes and the deer in the backyard? When the seer begins to see, all that the seer sees begins to see the seer. And then we can see as each other sees, right? And have an expansive view. Good morning, Ellen. Absolutely. We're just going to have a great day today. We're going to have a wonderful time. And of course, at the 11 o'clock hour is Polly Jo LeBay with Chakra Sessions. And so if you're watching this show, you can catch up with that show after this show. All right. I'm going to choose a card for all of us today, so that whether you are watching live or not, there is a focal point for this coming week. And the card that is drawn is, I love this card, from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. It is the Water Dragon. So in this coming week, if you are somebody who enjoys journeying, who likes to sit in contemplative space, to sit in the quiet, ask the Water Dragon, the essence of the Water Dragon, to be present with you. The Water Dragon says to us, your sixth sense is heightened. Your intuition is heightened at this time, which makes sense. We are in the season of Samhain, of Halloween, of All Saints, the Day of the Dead. If all of that is going on outside of us, then obviously all of it is going on within us. And so the veil is also very thin within us. Ask the Water Dragon to be present in the coming days. Make use of this season. Employ it. Work with it. If you're working on meditation, if you're working on active contemplation or journey work, this is a wonderful opportunity at this time of the year to do that work, but not to do it alone, right? To ask your angels to be present, your guides, your allies, the Creator of all things, the saints, whatever that happens to be for you. Ask them to be present at this time and pay attention. The Water Dragon says, remember, at this time of the year, all of us have heightened senses and heightened intuition. Pay attention to that. Morning, Bobcat, down there in Crimson Tide territory of Alabama. Snowing up here, Bobcat. Oh, it's good to see you all. All right, so let's get going on it. Cindy Lynn, my fellow Scorpio, the card of Thoth. From the Mysteries of Ancient Egypt Empowerment deck, Thoth. Thoth represents wisdom. The study of the Emerald Tablets is a really good example of Atlantean teachings, Thoth teachings about balance. The balance of dark and light, the balance of octaves, the balance of life. And so the message for you, fellow Scorpio, Cindy Lynn, is about balance. And particularly at this time of the year, the balancing of your thoughts and the expression of your thoughts. See, the word Thoth, T-H-O-T-H, is another expression of the word thought. think. Thoth says to us, be mindful of your thoughts. Be conscious of your thoughts. There is a difference between being mindful and being consciously aware. Being mindful is paying attention to what's going on in your mind and what your mind perceives. Being consciously aware is allowing the entirety of your consciousness to be aware, not just your mind, what's going on in your mind and what is your mind perceiving. Thoth teaches us that it's very important to be both consciously aware from our heart and our mind, and to bridge both of those. So Cindy Lynn, pay attention to the potency of your thoughts. When we are in our horoscopical season, whatever that happens to be, we are even more potent than any other time of the year. As a quadruple Scorpio, that would be me. This is my time of year to create, to listen, to co-create more potently than any other time of the year. All right. Good morning, Luna. Good morning. I'm just going to put up here real quickly because you all asked me to. And I forget. DeniseIwaniw.com is where you can order my books and cards and all those good kind of things. See what's going on. Subscribe to my website. All right. Janice Francisco. My husband Todd's. You're welcome, Cindy Lynn. Mom, although Jan and I have been friends for a very, very long time, prior to me knowing her son, who is now my husband. The Earth Dragon is here for you, Jan. The Earth Dragon from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. I wish you could see these even more clearly, everyone. The artwork is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Let go of what is weighing you down. That is the message of the Earth Dragon. And at this time of the year, again, this is a wonderful time of jettisoning the baggage. What are we holding on to at the harvest time that we were holding on to maybe last winter or springtime or summertime? The Earth Dragon says it's time to let things go. One of the best meditations that I employ in letting things go, especially up here in the north during the autumn time, is to meditate with the falling leaves. To meditate with the falling leaves. And as I see a leaf falling and floating to the ground, and you know, sometimes it is that a leaf will actually seem to dance on its way down to meet the ground. I think to myself, how often in my life do I, hold on just a moment, right? How often in my life do I let go very gently, very slowly? And other times it's like an acorn falling from a tree, plop. I'm letting go of that right now. That is of no use to me right now. There it goes, like an acorn. Sometimes it's a squirrel throwing an acorn, right? Have you ever been in that before? Boy, the first time that I learned that squirrels actually throw acorns, I couldn't believe it. And there it was. I looked up in the tree and by golly, I guess that squirrel was telling me to get away from its tree. I don't know. But let go of whatever is no longer serving you, Jan. What it is that's weighing you down, and take it to Grandmother Earth. Take it to Unchi. Take it to Unchi. A little wakalapi for this morning. Wakalapi means coffee. All right. Okay, Bobcat. This one is, oh God, you're not going to believe this, but actually you will believe it. The card that came to the top for you is the Bobcat. Bobcat. You see, you can't even make this stuff up. I looked down and I thought, no. Really? I'm shuffling? No. They do throw walnuts too. And man, those can leave a lump, is what I want to say. Those little squirrels can be, gee, walnut hurts, just saying. Okay, Bobcat. I love you too, Jan. I'm so blessed. The Bobcat for Bobcat. The Bobcat is formidable. The Bobcat is graceful. And the Bobcat knows who the Bobcat is. I know who I am, and I am going to walk that way. I am going to live that way. I know who I am, and I'm going to walk formidably yet gracefully in the knowledge of who I am. That's your message, Bobcat. Be you with formidable grace. Don't be a doormat. Have boundaries, right? Sometimes we just want to be really nice people, and we should be nice people. We should watch the way that we send an email, that we talk to others, that we send a text message. Any way that we communicate, it can be firm, but we have to really pay attention to the notes of the words, let alone the way we speak. So it's good to be gentle and yet formidable, or as the Bobcat card says, graceful and formidable. Be you, Bobcat. That is your message. Be you. Have boundaries. If you don't have any, get some. If your boundaries are too stern, maybe they need to be softened. Pay attention to the boundaries, to the borders, right? The Bobcat has boundaries. The Bobcat has boundaries, has borders. Yeah. Bobcat is saying, thank you, Denise. I actually needed that after the last few days. You are welcome. And you're right, Rob. Rob is saying kindness is not always nice and justice isn't always fair. Yes. And so we have to consider ourselves. One of the biggest conversations this week, being with Amantha Murphy in ancient Irish shamanism training all week long, was the teaching of detachment or non-engagement in other people's drama. To not become engaged in other people's drama. To let them solve their own problems, right? It's okay to want to help. It's okay to say, may I help? But at some point, sometimes we have to, right? Disengage. All right. So I'm hoping that was helpful for you, Bobcat. I don't know why Spirit asked me to bring that up, non-engagement, but there it is. Yeah, trying to split. Well, sometimes we do slip up, and because we're human. We're having a human experience. Yeah. Okay, if you would all be so kind as to like this broadcast and maybe share it with your friends, that would be fantastic. All right, Ellen Geiger. Okay, shuffle. This one is a little more difficult to see because of the coloring, which is extraordinary. Also from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck, it is the hippocamp. The mythology of the hippocamp, which is the seahorse, comes to us from Greece. It's Greek in origin. And the message of the hippocamp is always this, Ellen: go with the flow. Go with the flow. Flow with it, baby. Yeah, go with it. Go for it. But go with the flow, right? Sometimes when we're finding ourselves in a situation where we want to control it, or we wish we had more control, sometimes Spirit says very gently to us, let go. Some people say let go and let God. Some people say, let the Creator take over the steering wheel of the bus. I'm not in charge of this anymore. I'm letting Spirit handle it. Hippocamp says go with the flow. When I'm being urged to go with the flow, I always am in a prayerful flow. I do a lot of prayers, as you all know. A lot of prayers go on. A whole lot of prayers. Absolutely, Luna. Oh, thank you, Tana. All right, Jocelyn, the mermaid is here for you. Boy, mythology is prominent this morning in all of the decks. Here it is, the mermaid card. I love this. See, she's swimming. How old am I? Depends on the day. So my little girl inner girl Dana is coming out with you right now, Jocelyn. The mermaid is swimming. The mermaid says, embrace your divine feminine aspects. Your intuition, your passion, your femininity. Spirit is saying, embrace everything that makes you divinely feminine at this time, Jocelyn. I know, Tana. You're like I am, Tana, so little girl Tana also has a good time. I know that to be true. So it's all about the expressions of the divine feminine right now. Never ask a lady her age. Oh, goodness, Bobcat. All right, Tana. So if you're having ceremony today, and I know that many of you have ceremony on All Hallows or All Saints or Day of the Dead, pay attention to some of the inspirations that are coming to you today. Pay attention to that. All right, Tana. And there is a theme, by the way, today. The Thriae. Again, from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck by yours truly and the wonderful artist, David Fix. It's the Thriae. The Thriae also comes from Greece. The Thriae is the seer. Some would say that the Thriae are both of our eyes and the Ajna, the third eye. This is how we see. Pay attention to that part of you that is the seer, Tana. Pay very close attention. The seer is wishing to see more clearly through you, your inner mystic. Your inner mystic. Morning, Tracy Civic. Hey, Trace. I was going to say she is 24. Aw. November 16th, I turned double nickels. Jocelyn is saying, I will swim with the mermaid and inner child. Thank you, Dana. Oh, yay. Good. Geez, I might be helping myself right to be right there with you. You're welcome, Tana. The seer is wishing to see and maybe paint. Just saying. Morning, Lily. Lily's mother was here, Delphina Cosme, teaching us about the Day of the Dead traditions. So we will be doing something very special here in our home to honor those that we love to have gone home. Yes. I received word this morning that one of my nephews passed last evening in a car accident on the reservation. And so if you would all hold Bill and his family in prayer, that would be a great good thing. And I would appreciate it as he journeys west. I don't have all of the details yet. It was a note that I received from my sister Barbara this morning. So, Jocelyn, your birthday is the same. Oh, it's Angie. Yeah, November 16th. Double nickels. I will be 55. Good morning, Angie. All right. Luna. The hippogriff. Oh, thank you, Bobcat. Yeah. Bill. Yeah. Prayers will be rising after the show, let me just say. Yeah. He's one of my older nephews. All right. The hippogriff is here for you, Luna. And the hippogriff says, do not allow your dreams to die. Do not allow your dreams to die. This is a beautiful card, and I think that this really speaks to a whole lot of us. And so I'm going to read it right out loud. Rather than continue to rescue others, perhaps it is time to rescue yourself. Your hopes, your passions, and your peace of mind are every bit as important as they are for those around you. As they are for those around you. So there you are, Luna. Don't let your dreams die. Nurture them. Hello, Rochelle. Mary Ann. Mary Ann. Shuffle, shuffle, I go. Mary Ann. Here is from the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. The Archangel Saint Michael. Michael is walking with you this day and all days, and wanting you to know this. Michael, the angel of balance, of courage, of strength. You are welcome, Luna. So Marianne, Michael is walking with you. I would do a bit of journey work with Michael. I would, if I were each and every one of you, and we are all related, I would take time this day to sit and think about, or to be with, consciously be with, the energy of the message that is coming to you today from these cards of inspiration. Yes. Okay, Rob, the owl card is here for you from the totem animal deck. It is the owl. The owl says, the wisdom of my soul guides me both day and night. The owl is a wise being. To some, the owl represents death without dying, or the small death. The owl says, pay attention to what your soul is saying. Our mind is always doing this, yada, 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 blah, 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 getting in the way. The owl says, quiet the mind, listen to your soul. Pay attention to the voice of your soul and act upon it. Act upon it. Angie Town, you sweet thing. Angie Town. Well, this is a fun card. This is the card of Aries from the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. It is the Archangel Kamael. Kamael says, be confident in who you are. Be confident in who you are. You did not come here, right, to be of service to what others want you to be, who they want you to be, who they expect you to be. Kamael says, be good with who you are. Be that. That's what you came here to be, and be confident in that. Oftentimes people will say, Dana, I just don't even know what I'm here to do. What is my purpose? Why am I here? What is my passion? Well, I believe that our whole life is our passion play. The entirety of our life is our passion. Kamael says, you came here to be you. Be the fullness of you. Love yourself. Nurture you. Fully realize yourself. That's what you came here to do. And never mind what other people, right? Well, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to do that. Right? One time my son Dane said to me, but Mom, you always solve all the problems. You fix everything. This was a couple of years ago. You always smooth the path for everybody. You fix everything for everybody. And I said to him, you know, son, that's changing now. It's up to others to fix and repair, and to be responsible for the choices that they've made, and the choice of who they're being and what they're being. Oh, that caused a lot of consternation, that act of disengagement and allowing the chips to fall in the laps that they belong to, not collecting everybody's chips that are falling because of their behavior and handing the chips back to them, or not collecting them at all. And just going about the being of me. There you go. I'm not sure why I said all of that for you, Angie Town, but there it is, love. Angie Okert, the Scarab is here for you today from the Mysteries, or excuse me, the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. And of course, the Scarab comes to us from ancient Egypt. The Scarab says it's time to celebrate your life. Celebrate your life. Man, you have come a long way, baby. You have come a long way, baby. Celebrate that. This is a time for you, Angie Okert, to celebrate everything that has brought you to where you are and who you are today. And today is a beautifully auspicious day to do that. Have a little ceremony celebrating you. Celebrate you, says the Scarab from ancient Egypt. All right. Janet, the spider, Iktomi, grandmother Unchi Iktomi, grandmother spider. Grandmother spider is one of my allies. I happen to like grandmother spider. She was very present in the ancient Irish shamanism workshop. For me, when spider appears, it used to be egads. Oh my God, there's a spider. Yikes, yuck. Now, when I see Iktomi, when I see grandmother spider, I think to myself, something is being rewoven in my life. What is it that is reweaving? What's changing? What's being woven into my life? What's being pulled out of the weave of my life? I have a very deep feeling, Janet, that something is being rewoven in your life, or something new being woven into your life. Embrace that, celebrate that. What is that? So sit with the energy of the weave of your life. Contemplate that, think about that. Iktomi. Nikki Jorgensen, Nicolette. From the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck, which seems to be the messages of choice this morning, is the Lamassu. The Lamassu is the gatekeeper, and it is from ancient Mesopotamia. So it's just a little bit old, right? Mesopotamia. The teaching of the Lamassu. The Lamassu says healthy boundaries are not only needed, they are essential at this time. They are a must at this time. Healthy boundaries are essential at this time. And I'm going to leave it there because you know what I'm saying. So we're just going to say, yeah. All right. Hey, CJ, this one's for you, baby. Good morning, Marianne Chero Haynes. Today, so much water, and out with the old, in with the new. You've got it. Today, I was so happy to see that our show together, our sacred space together, landed on today. All right, CJ, Carla Joe. Oh, you are welcome, Angie. I love you too. You're welcome, Nicolette. All right, CJ. Shuffle, shuffle. All right, here we have it. This is a beauty from the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. It is the angel Nathaniel, the angel of joy. The message for you today is about joy. Reclaiming your joy, Carla Joe. Claiming your joy. Maybe you've never claimed it in a while, right? And this beautiful angel says it's time for you to embrace your joy once again. And if you are in the midst of joy, to continue to enjoy the joy and know that joy is your birthright. We came here to live joyfully. We didn't come here for every moment of our lives to be a pain in the arse, right? And drama and hellfire. No, we came here to live in joy. Some people, when they get joy, they think, oh no, it's joy. I don't know what to do with joy. I better shut the door on that because only perfect people deserve joy. No. Nathaniel says joy is our birthright. Joy is a state of being that we've all come here to experience. Enjoy the joy. All right, Marianne Chero Haynes, the Sun-Faced Kachina card from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck is here for you. The Sun-Faced Kachina, of course, the teaching comes to us from native North America. And the message of the Sun-Faced Kachina is simply this: stand in the light. Hold your light. Stand in the light of who you are. Be that. And I love the mantra of the Sun-Faced Kachina. The Sun-Faced Kachina mantra is this: my life and the calling of my soul are dedicated to the light. Yes. Oh my goodness, you are so right about that. You are so right about that, Tracy Civic. I am going to put that up there. So, Marianne, shine your light, baby. Shine it. Shine your light. There's Tracy Civic. She's a beautiful light. Okay, Julie Hedges, the author of The Tarot Journey, a friend of mine. Julie and I go back a very long way. All right, Julie. Hold on, just uno momento, por favore. I'm getting used to working without a mouse. Hey, Margaret Spooner. All right, Julie, the Firebird is here for you. The Firebird, yeah, from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. The Firebird represents our immortal light. This isn't, I believe, our only go-around. We are immortal light beings. We are the creator and expression upon the earth plane. And I love the message of the Firebird. The Firebird says, do not be afraid, be alive. Come into the fullness of your life, of your being. Be alive. Don't be afraid. I really like that. And the daily mantra on this card is this: I am eternal. I am not afraid. I am alive. Yesterday, I had a client, my first client of the day, a beautiful woman whose son passed away, a very young man, passed away 7 months ago. And she said to me, you know, Denise, of all of the things that my son left me as a legacy, yesterday was his birthday, his Earth Day birthday. So she came to me. She said, what I so admire about my son's life is that he lived every moment of his life. He did not waste one breath or 1 ounce of any moment of his 20-some years. Not an ounce of it. He wasn't afraid. He was alive. What a beautiful legacy to leave, right? And so here she is as a grieving mother, telling me what a breathtaking thing it was to raise a child who never wasted a moment of life on fear or regret, but just lived. Just lived. Good morning, Karen. Hey, Margaret. All right, here we are. Margaret. This one is for you, Margaret. It is the Archangel Saint Uriel. This is the artist David Fix's rendition of Uriel. David creates each and every one of our cards together, the empowerment deck cards, through photographs. These are photos that David has taken out in nature. And so this is a culmination of 20-some hours of work. Each card is 20-some hours. And this is the expression in nature to David of the Archangel Saint Uriel. This is a card that says, I love my perfect imperfection. Love your perfect imperfection. We are all perfectly imperfect. And we need to love the fact that we didn't come here to be perfect. We didn't come here to be perfect. We came here to have a human experience with all of the ups, all of the downs, all of the roller coaster rides, and to rejoice in the imperfection and yet the perfection of the imperfection of that. So Uriel is saying to you, Margaret, let your light shine. Every foible, every moment of your life, every joy, every drama has made you who you are. And it's pretty spectacular. So if I were you, I would spend some time today, maybe in prayer or contemplation, and invite the Archangel Saint Uriel into your prayer or contemplative time, whatever that's like for you. There you go. Karen. Karen, this one is for you. All right, a little inspiration. Good morning, Sandra Wright. It's the Cricket card from the Animal Totems Empowerment deck, the Cricket card. This is a beautiful card. The cricket, when the cricket comes to us, whether we're sitting in a room and the cricket hops, comes right along and hops near us, the cricket is saying that it's time to sing our song. It's time not to hide our song. It's time to speak our truth. It's time to sing our truth with love, with compassion. Sometimes we hold the truth, right? Sometimes we're afraid to speak up. Sometimes we're afraid to speak for ourselves. The cricket says, speak for yourself, sing for yourself, gently, lovingly. And oftentimes when we feel fearful of singing our song, of speaking our mind or our truth, I will say to people, spend some time singing in the shower. Karen is saying, right on target. Oh, bless your heart. So Karen, my love, it's okay to let people know what you need, to let people know what you're feeling, what your thoughts are. Sometimes we swallow them as women. We do that. It's okay. Let people know what you need. Sing. Move it through today. Singing is a beautiful way of reducing anxiety and stress in our human body. Sing, chant, om, meditate. Just make sound. Say it right out loud to yourself maybe before you express it to others. But this is just a little message of inspiration to say, it's okay to say what you need. There you go. Hey, Kathy Skirmerhorn. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Leona. All right, Kathy Skirmerhorn, the eagle is here for you. Wombly. The eagle card. The eagle card. Wombly says, see things from the higher perspective. And if you are doing that, continue to see things from the higher perspective. We can't do everything for everybody. We can't solve everybody's problems. We just can't. We'll kill ourselves in the process of doing so. The eagle says, rather than try to rescue everybody, why don't you stay up here and see things from the higher perspective and maybe offer some prayers, right, or good energies for those that are in their drama and maintain that, soaring above it. All right. Sandra. This one is for you, Sandra. There's the wolf. From the totems deck, the wolf, Shunkmani Tutanka, the wolf, the sacred dog. The wolf says, my life is my legacy. I teach the children well. I would urge you, Sandra, to do a little bit of maybe journey work or meditation with the wolf. Invite wolf to be present with you. And the wolf is saying to you, remember that you are a teacher. You are a teacher. Own that. Be that. Don't rescind from it or shy from it. You are a teacher. Teach the children well. The wolf is here as your ally, Sandra. Leona. Good morning, Leona. All right. Shuffle, shuffle. Oh, from the Spirit of Mythology deck, it is the Pegasus that came up for you this morning, Leona. The Pegasus represents our creative genius, the creative inspiration. We all have some creative capacity, that is for certain. The Pegasus is saying to you, allow your creative genius to unfold. Allow it to expand, to go outside of the box. Allow it to unfold. Sometimes we can have what we call a writer's block, an artist block, or just a general block to our creativity. And we can invite the presence of the Pegasus. The Pegasus is an archetype. It's an archetype of an energy that is alive and well in the world, just as you and I are. And so when we have a blockage to our creativity, or we wish to expand our creative genius, we can invite the energy of the one we call the Pegasus to inspire us. So you are being inspired to your creative genius. I like that. All right, anyone, if I have somehow missed your name scrolling through, please write a little message so that I can see it, so that we can have a beautiful inspiration this morning. Kelly Spencer. This one is for you, Kel. Shuffle. Here's how I shuffle. There's no strict methodology for how I do this. I just hold Kelly's name in my heart. And I pull the card. It's the salmon, Kelly. The salmon. The salmon says this: my challenges become my triumphs. When I face my fears and overcome them, I grow in understanding. I do happen to believe that we go through things so that we are able to share our stories with others. Share your story, Kelly. Share your experiences with others. Share your experience. You didn't go through those challenges for nothing, right? Share your story. It's important for you to do that. Maybe at Tai Chi class, there's somebody who needs to hear your story. Yeah. Jacqueline, the teaching of the white eagle is here. The white eagle teaching comes to us from Atlantis. It is Atlantean. And the white eagle is saying to you, Jacqueline, pay attention. Ancient teachings are coming to you at this time. Sometimes we can be handed a book. Sometimes we can stumble upon a book or a show on TV, or in meditation time, prayer time, contemplative time, or our dream time. Teachings come to us. The ancient ones are saying, Jacqueline, pay attention. Go into sacred space today and allow the teachings to come to you. And it may be a teaching that comes in one word. Could be a whole plethora of teachings, but pay attention. Today, everyone, once again, is a very auspicious day for working with our allies, our angels, our guides in spirit, creator of all things. Nellie. Nellie. The unicorn is here for you, Nellie. The unicorn card is one of my favorites because it says one of my favorite sayings, and that is, let your light shine, Nellie. No more hiding under a bushel basket. The unicorn says, let your light shine. Shine it brightly, not just a little dimly. Maybe I'll shine this much of it today. No, the unicorn says, shine on and shine again. Shine on. You're welcome, Jacqueline. Shine on. It's also a reminder to you, Nellie, that sometimes you are brought into the really dark places because only your light will do. Just saying. Sometimes we wonder that. Why did I get drawn into this place? Because your light is needed there. Katie Battle. Katie Battle, the Kokopelli is here for you. And the Kokopelli says, this is a fertile time in your life. This is an abundant time. Very abundant time. Today's an abundant day. What are we going to harvest? What are we going to plant with our mind today, with our thoughts today? For some, with ceremony today. What are we going to plant today? Because we will harvest what it is that we are thinking, what it is that we've got going on. Yeah, very important that we be mindful today. Tracy Civic, this one is for you. It is the rainbow serpent. Ooh, one of my very favorites, the rainbow serpent. At 11:11, the fertility god. This card, the rainbow serpent, says, wake up from your slumber. Some aspect or part of you has been sleeping. It's been at slumber. Spirit is saying time to wake it up, shake it up, and wake it up at this time. It's time to wake it up, Tracy. Whatever you have let fall asleep, Spirit is saying, please, please wake it up. The world needs it. The world needs it. All right. All right, let me go way down here, please, for just a moment. I want to make sure that did I miss anybody? If I did, just let me know. Sometimes I just get off on these tangents of speaking about some things, right? Judy. All right. Oh, she's saying, I always see 11:11 on the clock since her son Adam passed. Yes, the angel's letting you know, Judy, that they are with you. And this card is for you, Judy. It's the card of the grizzly bear. Isn't that beautiful? David's work is extraordinary. If nothing else, please go to deniseiwaniw.com to take a look at David's artwork. It is extraordinary. So, Judy, what does this card mean for you? When the bear shows up, what it means is that your ancestors, your relatives, Adam, right? They are here with you. They're here with you. They're embracing you. Those we love who have gone home to spirit never leave us. They are on another octave. We miss them like heck because we want to be able to hug them. We want to be able to kiss them. We want to be able to be with them. And that is so painful when we can't be. And spirit reminds us then, because it isn't easy, it's so difficult, that our loved ones, our ancestors, are always with us. They are simply another octave, a breath away. And I'm going to ask you, Judy, to pay very close attention to those times when you can feel, of course, Adam around you. I know that you do. But also to those times, Judy, when you can hear your son speaking to you. Maybe you hear him in your heart. Maybe you hear him in your head. And I want you to know that when your son, Adam, reaches out to you in that manner, you are actually hearing him. You're feeling him. You are his mother. And that bond never ends. It doesn't. It simply doesn't. Sonia. Wrapping up the hour together. Sonia. It's the teaching of the jackalope. The jackalope. The jackalope is born of thunder and lightning. The jackalope actually is nothing to fool with. You know, a lot of people will go into a bar or a tavern and there will be a jackalope on the wall, a stuffed rabbit with some. Actually, the jackalope in mythology is a very potent being made of thunder and lightning, very unique being. And the jackalope says to each and every one of us, celebrate your uniqueness. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop that. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your unique life. Your life is not supposed to be like others. It's not supposed to be like everybody else's life, Sonia. Celebrate your life. Celebrate you. You are a wonderfully unique, beautiful woman. Your life isn't like anyone else's, and it's not supposed to be. Celebrate that. Celebrate your nonconformity, right? Even if it's the rebel in you that says, yeah, I am a nonconformist. Celebrate that. Celebrate you today. All right, Heidi. One last card. Heidi. Oh, it is the crow. I love the crow card. The crow says this, my life and my light are eternal gifts from the Creator. And so Heidi, this card, the crow says, thank you for having the bravery, having the courage to find the light, to find the teaching, to find the love in places that others fear to tread. This is a card of bravery. It's a card of courage. It is a card that says, thank you for being the one who is willing to travel into the harder places, into the darker places, to retrieve the love, to retrieve the light, and to share it with others. And with that, everyone, we are at the top of the hour. And I would like to thank you, actually half past the hour, right? A quarter past the hour. Thank you all for being with me this morning. Remember, the water dragon card was pulled for each and every one of us. today. So whether you were here live on the show or not, the water dragon appeared to remind us that our intuition is heightened at this time. Pay attention. So Mary Ellen, the Archangel Saint Raphael, is with you. Just saying. Do a little work, please, today, Mary Ellen, with the one known as Raphael. With that, everyone, up next, it is Polly Jo LeBay with Chakra Sessions. Blessings be, everyone.